welcome in. Hope we're all doing well today. You slipped on wet iron stairs. Oh my gosh, I always get so worried. There's like those stairs that have like they're like metal stairs, but they have like grips on them, and they kind of look like I've always called them like cheese grater stairs, and I've always been so worried about slipping on them. But I guess it's better than not having grips because you might, you know, I guess like it's like the grips will stop you from falling, but if you do fall, it will like scratch you up, But yeah, those can be definitely very dangerous. But I hope you feel better soon. Get some ice, get some painkillers, whatever you need. And congrats on being first, Bear. Your boots were gripless. No, yeah, that doesn't help. You gotta be careful. I feel like I don't know. As I get older, I'm like, oh, you gotta be careful of falling. Not that I'm like like an elderly person or anything like that, but I feel like I'm very, it's like you're like, oh, this place is slippery. Like I feel like if you're going hiking or something, a lot of times, like it's like gravel, it's like a steep hill, it's very slippery. You got to be careful. And I feel like my shoes also don't have that great of grip, so definitely an issue. I've definitely gone to some cheap shoes that were like so slippery across the floor. Those are definitely not it. Like you're just like walking across like a normal hardwood floor and you're just like sliding around. That is not great either. But yeah, it's again a really really nice day here today, but it's not like too warm. It was like earlier in the week, I think it hit like 22. Like it was definitely above 20 degrees. And now it's like more like spring weather. Like it's like, you know, like 15 degrees, which is fine. But it's just warm inside my house. You like corn pizza? I'm actually not against it. Yeah. I know like in Japan they always put corn on pizza. Or they put like corn and pasta or whatever. And I heard that's not like common, I guess, like in the West, but I think it's good. Like corn is good. I don't have an issue with it. It's definitely not like a traditional pizza topping. Onions is just good. Like if like caramelized onion on pizza, like for me, I definitely go for like I don't know, some sort of meat, caramelized onions, green peppers, mushrooms. I don't even know what else. Probably just depends depends how I feel. Yeah, there's a lot of great. I don't have pizza that often though. I have pizza very very infrequently. Like $1 pizza in India, I'm jealous. Here pizza is so expensive. Even like normal like Domino's pizza or like Papa John's pizza. It's like $30 for a pizza. I'm like, wow, I thought pizza was like a cheap food, but I guess not. I guess like one pizza could feed like multiple people, I guess, like two people, maybe more. Um, but still, I still find it really expensive. I try not to get fast food. Trying to get fast food because like fast food is not that good and it's also really expensive. Especially like McDonald's and stuff like that. I don't I'm not on board with this. It's like I'm paying like $15 for a McDonald's meal. It's like I could just get like something better, like just like an actual restaurant meal for like a similar price. So it's like I don't get the point of McDonald's. Domino's is cheap. I don't really go to Domino's. If I were to get pizza, I feel like I try to get pizza from like local places and not like a chain, but I'm not opposed to it, but not not too bad. Um my mom has a tenant living in her house and she works at a pizza place and she always brings pizza home. So I usually just have pizza from her. And it's or I recently went to her work and I tried her pizza and it's really, really good. It's not like a chain pizza. They like make, I don't know what they do at the chain places, but like she like makes her own dough and it's like it's really, really good. So I'm kind of spoiled now. Because I get free like I get like free fancy pizza, so I don't have to like bother with like Papa John's or whatever else people go to. What type of pizza do I like the most? I don't know. I don't really have a specific favorite. I like when you go to like a pizza place and there's like kind of like a unique type of pizza or like kind of like a fancy type of pizza. The one that my mom's tenant makes or like my friend makes is like kind of like it has like a sweet chili sauce on it. It's really really good. And that's my favorite pizza right now. Even though I'm not like too into spicy food, the sweet chili pizza is so good. So I like pizzas like that, you know. But I won't turn down like a cheese pizza. You know, I'm not pretentious, but I try not to eat that much pizza because I'm lactose intolerant. So I try to avoid it. I just try not to eat like too much cheese at once, but I do have my if I really want to eat pizza, I have my lactase pills. I'm ready. My Costco lactase pills. Capsium? I don't know what that is. Get oregano and chili and salt. Yeah, the chili just makes it so good, right? It just like balances out. I think because it like balances out with the cheese. Because like the cheese kind of makes stuff like less spicy. So then if you add like if you have something a little bit spicy on the pizza and then there's cheese as well, I feel like it just is such a good combination. That's what I like. But yeah, it's if I go out to eat, I tend to just get like Korean food or something like that, or like other foods. Cause like Japanese food, my mom makes it, and it's better than the restaurants. Um, and I tend to make it at home as well. Yeah, I don't. I went to a few. I went to eat out a lot. While I was off, probably more than I should. Yeah, and we went to some like a few like Western restaurants, and I feel like it's never as good. You know, like I mean, obviously, I'm like pizza and pasta are really good. I like those ones, but just like ones that are just like like America. Like sometimes they'll say like Canadian food. I'm like, what is even Canadian food? It's just like here's some chicken with some salad or something like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. Eating without these spices tastes very. I mean, yeah, being from India, obviously, you'd probably feel that way as well. But yeah, it's I've never been super on board with white people food, but some of it is okay. Like Italian food, I can get behind. But like I just mean like like American food. Like I don't know what people eat, but like maybe like chicken and potatoes. That's all I can imagine. Or like grilled salmon. I have no idea. But yeah, stuff like that. Or like I keep hearing about meatloaf. I've never had meatloaf. I know that's like Western like family home cooked food, but like I've never had it. I don't know what it is. If it's just like various meats created into a loaf and then you just eat that. I don't know. I don't know if it's like I don't know what to expect from it. But it's not like you would go to a restaurant and get meatloaf, so like I have no idea. Italian food is only pizza, pasta, and spaghetti. That is definitely not true. That is definitely not true. That's like saying Indian food is only curry. I don't think it's necessarily the case. It's definitely the most well-known food for sure. And spaghetti is pasta, also. Um, yeah, I didn't do too much yesterday. I went to Pilates for the first time in a while, but it wasn't too bad. I didn't die as much as I thought I would. Maybe she took it a little bit easy on me. I don't know. Um, did some ab workouts, but my abs aren't even sore. Like I think it's fine because I was during my time off, I was doing ab workouts with myself at home. I did not do the arm workouts though. We did like a back workout, and I'm like, and my back is so weak. That does not work out for me. And also my legs. My legs are. I mean, I was walking a lot. I was walking a lot on my time off, so like I thought my legs would be stronger, but I guess like certain aspects of my legs were not stronger. So that's my bad. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. But I don't have it next week, so I gotta train on my own as well. I check out chicken shawarma. Yeah, shawarma's great. We have that here too. But yeah, and then I caught up on or okay, I almost caught up on The Last of Us season 2. I'm like I have like 30 minutes left in the third episode. But I watched episode 1 and 2. It was re-traumatizing yet again. I knew what was gonna happen because I've played the games very thoroughly. So I just kind of like I was like I braced myself. It wasn't as bad as when I played the games. But I know it only gets more depressing from here. So I'm preparing myself. You returned with a donut? I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. What kind of donut? Is it good so far? I mean, also welcome in, Ricky. In terms of like a show, like as a show, it's very good, very well acted. Very I'm still kind of unsure about Caitlin Denver as Abby. Like she portrays her so well, but like Abby's physicality, like Abby's huge in the game. Like she's so muscular, and that's like a big part of, it's not just like for aesthetics. Like it's a big part of her character. But it is also like very relevant to the gameplay, so maybe it's not as relevant for the TV show. Um, but seeing Abby with like arms like mine, I'm like, oh, it's not Abby. But honestly, and I'm also like I really liked Ellie in the first season. I thought she was very convincing as Ellie, but now I don't think she reads as like older. But honestly, like it's not like a huge deal. Like for me, she just reads very young on screen. And I think Ellie in the second game is, she seems quite a bit older. It just kind of adds to the whole vibe, but honestly, her performance is really good, and so is Caitlin Denver's. Like they're both really good at acting. And Dina honestly was like such a Dina's like the highlight so far in terms of characters. I would say like who in terms of portraying the character, Dina is perfect. Like she is so good. She's been my favorite so far. But like, is it good in the sense that I'm happy? No. But is it good in the sense that I think the show is good? Yes. They have made some changes, which I was like, oh, why did they make that change? They sort of change up some of the pairings. There's like a sort of like an event that happens, and they go off in very specific pairings, and they change the pairings of the characters. But then it kind of works. It kind of works. I don't have a big problem with that. The one problem, this is not a spoiler, but the one problem I'm having is on episode 3 right now, they showed the scars, and they kind of like showed like explained stuff about them, and like they had like a whole scene, and I was like, oh, like I don't know, in the game being introduced to the scars and like not knowing what they are, or like the Seraphites not knowing what they are, and like just hearing like weird whistling in the woods and be like, oh my god, what is happening, like who are these people? I think that was very effective. So I'm wondering, I guess they want to like flesh out the story a bit more. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I was kind of unsure about that. And welcome in, Maestro. Hope you're doing well today. Maple and a chocolate, that sounds so good. I'm actually, this might be an unpopular opinion, I'm not a big fan of donuts with filling. Like, I like donuts without filling. Like, I just want the bread part. I feel like there's always too much filling, and I'm not a huge fan of like really like icing-y kind of things. I prefer like, I mean, I can only speak in terms of like Tim Hortons donuts, but like I'm more of like it needs to have like the hole in the middle, and like, you know, like just have like a glaze. Like, I don't mind if there's frosting on it, but I don't want a filling in it. Didn't they change a bunch of stuff as well in season 1? Um, yes, yes. They changed a fair amount of things. I mean, like obviously in season 2 right now, it's a bit too early to say how much they've changed compared to season 1. Um, but in season 1, I mean, the most significant change was probably Bill and Frank's story, which was not in the original. Um, they made a few, like they just made a. I think every change they made, I can understand why they made it, because like they kind of give their reasoning, and they're like, oh, like we wanted to do it this way, or this would translate better to film, or like to TV, and like that makes perfect sense. Like going back, like the story is like over 10 years old now, right? So probably there's probably things that Neil Druckmann was like, oh, I wish I had done this differently. Um, do you like pizza with filled board? It's the stuffed crust. Um, I guess so. I don't know. I don't really mind it, but I would be fine without it. because yeah, I feel like it's just extra cheese. I don't even know. Not good. I mean, I got what you meant. Got filled borders, stuffed crust. Like I feel like I understood. It was the right idea. Many Americans still sleeping? Man, it's 9 a.m. They gotta wake up. Maybe on the West Coast, people are sleeping. You don't eat crust? I do eat crust. The crust is my favorite part. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. I like the crust part of the pizza the best. You know? But maybe I'm just like not enough of a cheese enjoyer. You know? But only if it's like a really good crust. Sometimes the crust is kind of bad. But okay, actually, more than pizza, pie crust. I think the crust is the best part of the pie. I don't think that's unpopular. I think that's like a normal opinion. I think. Because like Brazilian pizzas are top tier. Hopefully American are as well. What's special about Brazilian pizzas? I don't know if American pizzas will be top tier as well. Um, it probably depends on the like if you just go to like Domino's, probably not. But like if you go to like an independent pizza place, probably can be some good pizzas. You like crust, some people leave it and it makes me yeah, I don't agree with leaving the crust behind. I come from Cuba, so pretty much everything is special. That's true, that's true. Maybe just having like normal pizza. That is possible. But normal pizza is already good, you know? Like pizza is pizza. It's good. Even like a bad pizza is still pretty good. So, uh, you know, I won't judge you too hard on that. Yeah. I don't know. On the Last of Us, the thing that made me really happy was they had like a one for one scene with the game, and like one of the shots was like exactly the same. It looked like it came straight out of the game, which is really really cool. I think it was in the trailer as well. It's I like stuff like that. As someone who's a big fan of the games, when you see like, oh, that's in the game, or in like in one of the fight scenes in the earlier episodes, they like Dina's like, get that bottle, and I was like, oh, the bottle, because in the game you like throw bottles to like distract the enemies. Um, you could visit India for cheap KFC and Domino's. I mean, if I go to India, I'm not gonna eat KFC. I feel like I'll just eat Indian food. But try Indian food. I've eaten Indian food many times. It's delicious. I'm not the best with spice, but I do love Indian food. Cuban pizza though has its own thing. Can mean a few friends miss them a lot. I'm not really a fan. Wait, what's special about it? It's simply nostalgia. I mean, that's okay too. I think food can be really nostalgic, no? Like it's like, oh, this food that, you know, like a food from your childhood. It might not necessarily be like the best food ever, but I think it's totally fine, yeah. Is it objectively the best food? Probably not, but I think a lot of things are personal, you know? Or like a movie you used to watch as a kid or whatever. Stuff like that. I don't know if I have any really nostalgic foods. Maybe like snacks I used to eat as a kid, you know? I feel like every time I'm at like if I'm at like the Japanese grocery store, then I go through the snacks. I'm like, there's so many of my favorite snacks from when I was a kid. That kind of stuff is really not nostalgic. Americans, other countries in general, add really low spices. Indian ones are at least 20 times spicy. I mean, depends on the country. Some other countries make some really spicy food as well. But yeah, I agree. I agree. But honestly, it's because we can't handle it. I had a Indian friend in high school, and I would go to her house for dinner, and her mom would be like, "Don't worry, I reduced the spice for you." She'd be like, "Oh yeah, I made curry, but don't worry, I added like 10% of the spice. You'll be okay." You know. I hear crying music from. Oh, I cry hearing music from Naruto. I don't care how now, but I grew up with it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, nostalgia is totally fine. I think like the only like I think nostalgia gets a bad rep because like people use nostalgia to like hate on new things, or like people use nostalgia to like, be like, oh, like this is objectively better, but they're just nostalgic about it, Um, but like, but like, yeah, it's nothing wrong with nostalgia. It's very, I like really nostalgic like shows and stuff. Like shows that feel nostalgic, but you didn't necessarily like watch them as a kid. They might be new shows, but I like shows with the nostalgic vibe. I think it's quite. I think those are really nice. It just kind of has that vibe, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Biryani. I don't think I've had it, but I've definitely seen it around. Is it worth it? Should I try it? I haven't too much being blinded by nostalgia. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you want to do a fair comparison, it gets in the way. Exactly, exactly. I mean, it happens a lot. We see it all the time with like, especially with games, right? It's like you grew up on a certain game, so you feel, and like a game that you played for the first time as a child will not have the same experience as a game that you played for the first time as an adult. Because like no offense, but like a lot of children have like pretty bad days. Like kids will have fun with anything. So like a game that you might have played as a child and been like, wow, this is so fun, this is the best game ever. If you had tried it for the first time as an adult, you might have not had the same experience. And I think that's special in its own way, because like it's like an experience only a child could have, but doesn't necessarily make for a fair comparison, like you said, Ricky. And welcome in is that. Are you back home? Are you still in Deadminton? It's chicken plus rice. I mean, that sounds good no matter what I am. I love rice. You're back home, nice. I guess we will, now we have a tourist recommendation. No Deadminton for us. Biryani, you like it? I feel like I'm so basic. If I go to an Indian restaurant, I always just get curry and naan bread. I love naan bread. If I could have a whole meal of just naan bread. I guess you can get naan bread with anything. Maybe. Yeah, it's there's a lot of good food. I mean, like that's what I love about Vancouver, because there's just so many different types of food. I definitely I'm a bit biased towards Asian food, but I guess Indian food is also Asian food. So, but I think I tend to go for, yeah, just all Asian foods over other foods. And that's like the most common. It's like the most common here as well. But like, there's also some really good. I shouldn't be as biased. Because every time I go to a restaurant, like I've been to like African restaurant, so good. Or like Ethiopian, something like that. Not normal rice. They're usually longer. Yeah, it's like basmati rice, right? Yeah, it's lots of great food. You're always gonna make me hungry. I didn't really have good food at home, Oh my god, Bear. Bear. 140 stream. How many like what length of time is that? If I stream 3 times a week. If I stream 3 times a week, and let's say I took some time off, right? I can't do math. I'm not gonna do math. But thanks for the 140 stream, Shake Bear. That's impressive. Is not liking seafood a problem for wanting to try Japanese food? It's a bit of a problem, but there's lots of only meat-based dishes. Like, favorite of mine, or there's tonkatsu, which is pork cutlet. It's like a pork that's like fried and put like breadcrumbs on it. Really good. It can be beef as well. There's yakiniku, just grilled beef, real good. And then there's also, what else? I like nikujaga. I like nikujaga a lot. It's ground beef and potato. There's so many meat-based dishes. Actually, our old homestay student, she did not like seafood at all. She was Chinese as well. She did not like seafood. I was like, girl, how'd you survive? But yeah, she doesn't like seafood, and she lived in Japan for like a year, like last year, and she's fine. Do you usually eat at home or outside? I eat at home usually. But the last few weeks, I was eating out a lot. I think the feature started in fall 2023. Oh, so it's probably just from there. Yeah, fair enough. It could be more. Could be more. That's more than a year. That's definitely more than a year. Yeah. Tonkatsu. Tonkatsu is so good. Did you go to that place that's like the beef tonkatsu and it's like medium rare in the middle? I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Gyukatsu. The place. It's like a chain. Not good at math, just like me. Such Asians exist. I actually have a math degree, but I'm not good at like mental math. You know, like I can do like pure math in terms of like a math degree. But I can't. If you tell me like what's 40 times 7, I'll be like I don't know. Just like basic math or like gets me. Um, Need a calculator. Exactly. Who needs to do like you anything you can do on a calculator? I don't need to worry about that with my head, you know? You do like fish though, but everything else no. Okay, if you like fish, that actually opens up a lot. That actually opens up a lot. You'll be fine. There is a lot of other stuff, but a lot of stuff that you would be blocked out of is like, you know, like fish-based broth and stuff like that, and you'd be fine if you're okay with fish. Do you like all fish though? Because like fish is very broad. Like it's like sushi. There's like really different types of fish, you know? Probably started before I followed you. You were shy. How do you spell that? You spell what? Tonkatsu? I can't remember. I said so many foods. um, Duck meat? I don't eat duck meat that much. But it kind of just tastes like chicken. Um, you asked me if I like something fish. Oh, like do you like all types of fish? Cause like there's like many types of fish, right? There's like salmon. There's like white meat fish, like tilapia. You know, like they can have very different flavors. But are you okay with all of them? That's what I meant. Because if you are, I think that's plenty. Like most Japanese food, you can easily avoid stuff like ikura, like fish roe, or like sea urchin, or like you can avoid stuff like that, or like octopus. You can. It's not necessarily in like all the foods. As long as they're cooked. Okay, I mean that sushi's out, but other than that, other than that, you'll be fine. Oh, you can eat ramen. Do you like ramen? I mean, that's a big thing. You like meat, but I hate its bones. There's too many to remove. I hate doing that too. Oh my gosh. In Japan, it's pretty common to just give you the whole fish. You have to like take out all the meat from the bones. And I used to make my grandpa do it for me. I'd be like, Grandpa, can you take off them and can you remove the bones? And he does do it. You would think I've tried ramen. I mean, it's not always easily accessible, so but I'm sure you'll love it. Like it's pretty universal, you know. It's just noodles and like like a usually like a pork or beef broth or whatever broth. Like they're just good. It's pretty uncommon not to like it. So you'll have plenty. You'll have plenty of Japanese food to try. I'll have like a long list for you. I'm sure you can Google it too. Like I'm sure lots of people go to Japan and they don't like seafood, you know? So you could probably get a list of all these food. I mean, beef in Japan is so good. I mean, I was always growing up, I was always like sushi first person. You know, I was like, oh, like if I want to go to Japan, I just want to eat like only sashimi, only sushi. Um, and but now I'm kind of like team beef. I don't know. Like I'm just like, oh, like if I go to Japan, I kind of want to just eat like yakiniku. You know, like go to like barbecue. So I've kind of shifted over the years. Maybe I can like afford a better meat. I don't know. The closest store has instant ramen, but I don't think that counts as the actual ramen experience. I mean, instant is still good, but yeah, it's different than the real thing. Um, like seafood, there's one restaurant in Osaka where you can actually catch the fish and they'll prepare it for you. Oh my gosh. I don't think I could catch a fish though. But that's cool, Wakaman law. I had this running joke with my family because I said that I was speaking in Japanese and I said I want a restaurant where they catch the fish and like kill it kill it and then like immediately serve it to you. Like the freshest fish possible. Like it just but then I accidentally used the wrong word. And I said accidentally used the word for they have two words for like killing. Um and I accidentally said the word for like murder. So I basically said like I want a freshly murdered fish. So then now they still tease me about that to this day. They're like every time we get like sashimi, they're like, "Oh, was this freshly murdered?" I was like, "Oh my god, it wasn't my fault. I'm just bad at Japanese." Do you like to eat meat by preparing it for yourself, buy it outside, or only if your mother makes it? What? I like all three. What if you're so bad that you can't catch it, and you can't eat there? Yeah, that would be me. That would literally be me. I wouldn't be able to catch it. And welcome in, Kai. We were actually just talking about Star Wars yesterday. I had like a 30-minute rant about the prequels because Jack recently roped me into watching all the prequels, and I had thoughts. I had thoughts about them. Um, Weeb coming out? No, I'm just poor at Japanese. Can you read good Japanese? I'm Canadian, but no, I cannot read good Japanese. I can read it at the level of like probably like a 7-year-old. I'm working on my grade 3 Japanese. I need to learn my grade 3 kanjis and I'll progress. But right now, at this point, I have my grade 3 kanji book and I don't know like any of them. And welcome in, Chikano. Yeah, he was summoned. We talked about weebs and Chikano just woke up. You don't like to eat meat, but I only do because your mother makes chicken curry or she'll get angry. Oh no. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't live at home, so I don't have that problem. But I'll eat anything my mom makes. The prequels had how the Jedi not figure out Palpatine was the most sus one in the. I think they knew though. Like they kept talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, he's surrounded by the dark force or whatever." That's not what it's called. But like they're like, "Oh, he's like we can't see what we can't sort of predict the future. We can't read him because the dark side surrounds him." You know. So I feel like they kind of knew. It was very. I just didn't. I couldn't really. I didn't really follow what everyone knew, what everyone didn't. And like I'm like, oh, if you knew those things and like why didn't you act upon them? Like I feel like the Jedi just seem kind of incompetent in that situation. Kanji or like Chinese, they're writing in hieroglyphics. I know like why do that? Like literally why? Why make your children suffer and learn like 4,000 kanji, you know, and probably more for Chinese people. Like why are they out here rote memorizing these like intricate characters? Like fix your writing system, man. Like we do fine in English with 26 letters. We're okay. And like Korean is so easy to read and write. But yet, we still have kanji. And they didn't act until Anakin confirmed it, and he took forever to figure it out. I was confused about that too. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Because I feel like maybe I just wasn't following the movie very well, but I also feel like it wasn't laying out the plot very clearly. You know, because I was kind of confused about Count Dooku, the Separatists, the clones, Palpatine, and the Jedi knew certain things that they were like connected to each other, but they like didn't make the connection. I don't really know. Korean did the right thing. I know. Like they literally, that guy Sejong, the ancient king or whatever, he was like, you know what? I want to make a writing system that's easy to read and write, and that's great accessibility for everyone, you know. So, props to that guy. They just like wing it. It sounds like crazy hard. Let's do. I know some of them are so ridiculous. Um, when I'm in Japan, I actually go by my mom's maiden name because I cannot write my Western last name. Like I don't know how. I've never tried. It looks very complicated, and I just don't even try. And my mom's maiden name is very easy to write. You love Revenge of the Sith. It's your favorite of the films, but damn, it's problematic. And some of the blanks you filled in, I mentioned, are filled in if you decide to watch the Clone Wars. I know, but like, I mean, people always say that. Like, I was talking to Jack about this yesterday, and he was like, "Well, it's explained in this movie." But I'm like, that doesn't really excuse the movie being confusing because of that. You know, it's like, oh, if you just read the books, it would be you would know. It's like that's not really how movies work. Um. Super intricate to mean ocean or something. Yeah, some countries are really complex. I know. I don't think Japanese countries are as complicated. I think Chinese ones get a lot more complex. Like a lot of the ones that are in Chinese but not in Japanese are quite complex. So I'm luckily not having to learn those. But I've kind of accepted that I'll just be pretty illiterate. So I just I don't mind. Your name means something, doesn't it? I don't know. I've asked my mom before, and she's like, I don't know, man. um, Theoretically, every name has a meaning, but Japanese go harder for that. I guess so. I think like the kanji can have meaning, but not everyone really assigns a meaning. Like my aunt also doesn't even have kanji for her name. Her name is just in hiragana, and I'm so jealous. I'm like, wow, you don't have to write kanji for your name? That is so nice. Practice calligraphy for a lifetime to learn like 20. I used to actually, when I was a kid, I would go to my cousin with her to her shuju lessons, which is like the ink, like where the people write with the ink in Japanese. But mine kind of sucked, honestly. But she was the teacher was really nice. On my last day, she would always give me 100% score, even though it probably was not worthy of 100% score. You saw the short that boiled down the plot of episode 2 and taking a step back. It was unnecessary. Yeah, everyone's plans are so complicated. Like Count Dooku's plan, or no, sorry, Emperor Palpatine's plan was like so many layers, and it didn't really make sense at each layer. Doesn't the kanji in your name explain it? I don't really know how it works. Technically, but like not everyone goes into it with like, oh, I'm gonna make this name with this meaning, you know? I don't know what my kanji means. Um, let's keep English only and chat with them. But yeah, I have seen Hindi before. Your sensei in school used to get pissed if we don't have the right stroke order. Yeah, I know the stroke order is stupid. Like no one even writes with their hands anymore. Come on. I don't think I can even write much Japanese with my hands anymore. It's like because like I'm so used to like typing it out now. The Palpatine wanted Padme unalive, so he asked Dooku to do it, but Dooku didn't want. Yeah. He asked Dooku to do it, but Dooku didn't want to do it, so he hired Jango Fett, who hired his android friend, who sent a droid, and the droid sent bugs in. Yeah, wait, his friend was an android, right? It was like the shapeshifter. But yeah, that was a really weird chain of events. Like, why did they do that? Like, from a movie perspective, why did they do that? Like, that makes zero sense. Like, why did they make it so complex for no reason? They could have literally had, like, maybe Palpatine to Dooku, Dooku to Jango would have been fine. But, like, 2 extra layers? It was very, like, what was the point of those bugs? They were gross. And they ended up finding the shapeshifter assassin anyway. So, like, what was the point of that? Because Palpatine's just a salty individual. He is pretty salty. That's why he's all shriveled up and weird. Today is May the 4th. Yeah, it's also Alex's birthday. Want to watch the OG trilogy now? Is that what people do on Star Wars Day? Star Wars is a commitment when it comes to lore, and then you have the Old Republic lore, which takes place generations before all the movies, but that's another story. Yeah, I think I also like went at the movies in the completely wrong order because I've seen I got into Star Wars from like the sequels when they came out, like Force Awakens and stuff like that. And then I was kind of like by the third one, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. But I never watched like the spin-offs or anything like that. And then I went back and I watched the prequels, and I was like, don't really like. I enjoyed watching them. Don't get me wrong. Like it was like they're enjoyable to watch, but as movies, are they like good movies? I don't really think so. Um, and then I watched Rogue One, and Rogue One was pretty good actually. Wasn't bad. I have my issues with Act One, but the rest of the movie pretty good actually. I thought it was really pretty well done. Um, it's mandatory. I haven't even. That's the thing. That's what I was getting around to. I haven't even watched the original trilogy. I have not watched 4, 5, 6. So I feel like I missed a lot of context because when we were watching Rogue One, I was like, are they not gonna blow up the Death Star now? And Jack was like, no, they're not gonna blow up the Death Star now. I thought that was the point of the movie. I thought they were going in blowing up the Death Star, but they don't do that. They're just getting the the plans. You don't think you're ever watching Star Wars? I mean, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I think it's like are they cinematic masterpieces? I don't think so. Like I feel like no one likes it for that, you know? Like I think people like the idea of Star Wars and they like the concept. They like lightsabers, they like Jedi, all that stuff, right? But it's not necessarily like for the love of cinema. Okay, okay. We'll talk more Star Wars soon, Kai. Take care. May the fourth be with you too. And take care as well, Gutham. Get some sleep. Hope you have a good night. Also, the lighting's getting really weird because the sun decided to leave. I also never thought I'd see an entire Barbie movie, animated Barbie movie, and now I'm in a weekly compromise watching every single one. Is Kimmy making you watch it? I've actually never watched those. Are they good? I would see like commentary YouTubers making videos about them, but I don't know if they're good. Kimmy and another friend. Good luck. Are they good though? You started watching some already, right? Honestly, unironically, I watched one of the Tinkerbell movies. I think it was like Secret of the Wings or something. It wasn't bad. Like it's like okay, this is absolutely a children's movie, but it wasn't bad. Would I go out of my way to watch it? No, but it wasn't bad. I think they're wholesome. No, but you enjoy them. You're a good sport, Ricky. The Tinkerbell movies are awesome. I'm not even enjoying. I thought Secret of the Wings was good, and they have like a good camaraderie with the characters, like Tinkerbell and the other fairies. Like, it's just they're just girl bossing it up. I don't know. Like, are they cinematic masterpieces? No, but pretty good. I think that's a good movie for kids to be watching. I don't know. Better than them watching like Minecraft movie or something, you know? So honestly, there's a lot of great kids movies. Like How to Train Your Dragon still really holds up. And like I don't know why they're making the live action. Cuz I feel like the original one is like totally fine. I don't have they're just so silly these days. What do you think they'll make do you think they'll just do like a Star Wars remake? Like just like a full on remake of Star Wars? I honestly I could see it. I could at this point in time, I could see that happening. Like they just like they give up. They're like, okay, we tried to make a sequel trilogy, and people didn't like it, so let's just remake the original one. Come on. I'm sure it's gonna be very different. The How to Train Your Dragon. Honestly, it looks exactly the same. Like they showed like Toothless, and Toothless is already gonna be CGI. And so it's like basically the exact same as like the animated one because it's like they're both technically animated, right? And what year did that come out, Star Wars? It was like the 80s, no? It was a while ago. It was 70s or 80s? The original ones? So I guess like it's more makes more sense to remake that than like Moana. Like because Moana came out like 10 years ago. Like and I don't think it's really remake territory. I feel like I could honestly see Disney doing that. Just like, oh, let's remake Star Wars. Let's recast it. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt will be okay. Who should we recast him as? Luke Skywalker will be who's like a good young actor that always gets casted. Luke Skywalker will be like Harry Styles, and Chris Pratt will be Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, is Obi-Wan Kenobi like really old? He's really old in the original, right? I guess it doesn't work out. Chris Pratt has to be somewhere, you know? Maybe Chris Pratt is Luke Skywalker. And Jack Black can be I don't know enough characters, and then Jack Black can be Han Solo. The guy's already used to space act. Yeah, he has an experience. You know, he was Star Lord, and now he can be Skywalker. You know, Jack Black can be Jabba the Hutt. He would nail that. He would nail that. That'd be great. I'm sure I could see that happening. You know, and then they can do like a full circle. Natalie Portman can be Leia. You know, I could get behind that. I don't know how old they're supposed to be, but honestly, I think she could pull it off. We can give that to her. Yeah, I could see them doing stuff like that. With what Disney's doing and like what they're remaking all the things, but it's like come on. I wouldn't mind remakes, but they need more action saber duel scenes. Yeah, I think like older movies, the action scenes are a bit more subdued. You know, they don't go as hard as modern day action scenes. So I feel like yeah, if they were remaking that, obviously like the CGI would be a lot better. Honestly, all the CGI in the prequels didn't look that bad. Like it wasn't like you know horrible, but yeah, they could definitely go harder with the action scenes and the some of the cinematic shots could be a lot better. I could get behind that. I want to see Vader do Vader things. They can make him like extra menacing, you know, in the trailer, or sorry, in the remake. But honestly, like remaking a movie from the '70s seems more reasonable. I know they mentioned it, your little brother's birthday was celebrated yesterday, and you got a lightsaber as a present. That's cute. Which lightsaber was it? Was it green? Was it red? Yeah, is it red? Did you get the evil lightsaber? I never had a lightsaber growing up. My brother had like two. It changed colors. Also, you can choose what you want. That's pretty sick. I was asking that the other day. I was like, why don't they have a lightsaber that changes colors? You know? Imagine if, imagine if. Oh no, we were talking about that yesterday. The RGB one. It's a real. Wait. Ricky's brother has a real RGB lightsaber. But like a bunch, who I believe, are not in the movies. Yeah, when's the pink lightsaber? When's the pink lightsaber? Come on. We need one. We had a purple one. Where's the pink one? What colors have they not done? Like so many colors, right? They could have orange. Oh, surely someone has an orange one. Has anyone just had like a white one? Can you have a black lightsaber? I feel like that doesn't work. But could you have a black lightsaber? How would it glow? I don't know. Apparently the lore is colored depending on what they fuse with it or something. I see. I think they can just do whatever they want. And white? Is white real? I feel like orange must be real. Also, welcome in, protagonist. Hope you're doing well today. The black lightsaber doesn't glow. It makes everything else glow. Whoa. That would be cool. And welcome in, Dory. It would be a pretty cheap toy to produce for them. Like, does it even need to glow? I believe Ahsoka uses white. I thought she uses orange. Yeah, I don't know anything about her. I shouldn't say that. A black one would be a menace. That's true. It would be a tactical advantage, right? They wouldn't be able to see it coming. Come on, guys. Use the Sith need to pick up this black lightsaber tech. And then turn off the lights when they're fighting. And you will be able to see exactly what the other person's doing. But they can't see what you're doing. You could just kill them. I mean, maybe they can, like, sense it with the Force. Like, I don't know. But, like, I mean, who knows what the Force can do these days. I think that's more of a tactical advantage than standing on the high ground. And that seemed to matter a lot. So I think black lightsaber, that's the key. It would look really lame on screen though, so maybe that's why they don't do it. One guy trying to make a hit and everyone looking for a switch. Yeah, exactly. It's like, who turned off the lights? Come on. They can have some really corny jokes like that. And then he'll get hit. The guy will get hit. It'll be like, who's not dead? Someone will get hit, and they'll be like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. They can throw that in there. If they use that, I feel like I deserve some credit for that line. Thank you. But I guess, yeah, like I said yesterday, I'll have to watch the original trilogy and get back to you guys with my thoughts. But I know, like, there's so many Star Wars things these days. Like, there's so many shows these days. And it's, yeah, it's just, there's just so much going on. It's like, and not everything is of the same quality, you know? Like, they're like, this show is good, this show is bad, you know? So it's all over the place. Like, how many Star Wars shows do they need to make? What's stronger, a red saber or fully powered Master Sword? Yeah, I was gonna say, the Master Sword can do, like, the beam, you know? So I think that's better. Because, like, a lightsaber doesn't have any ranged abilities. But the lightsaber can probably cut through more things, you know? Like, it can cut people's heads clean off. Cut people's limbs clean off. It's a very dangerous weapon, actually. I'm surprised there's not more accidents. You know, there's probably, like, a guy with, like, a lightsaber on his, like, holster, and then he, like, accidentally opens it and, like, cuts his leg off. I'm surprised that has not happened. Or, like, accidents during training. In episode 1, they use their sabers to cut through door. Yeah. They must be very hot, you know? Or, like, a weld. Surely they can use them as, like, tools for, like, construction. Right? When I saw that, I was like, why didn't they do that in episode 3 to 6? Did they not? You mean 4 to 6? Do they get stuck behind doors sometimes? I feel like they're very inconsistent with what they can do. Because Jack was telling me, like, there's that one scene where they use, like, force speed, but they, like, never use it again when I feel like it would have been quite helpful. You know? They can, like, move at, like, so fast you can't even see, right? But, like, they literally never do that again. Sometimes they do, like, the jump. They can jump really high. But, like, they never run really fast again. Like, why include that one time where they ran really fast, you know? But yeah, who knows? I was reading about that, and then some people were saying that, like, that scene in the movie looks like it was, like, filmed at normal speed, and then they just sped it up. So, like, maybe they didn't originally intend for them to have super speed, and then they were like, oh, it looks weird when they just run away slowly. So then they, like, sped it up like in post. But then, like, it kind of makes them look like they have super speed. Which maybe was not intentional. I don't know. They need to use the Force more. I mean, it's like their main thing. That's like their whole reason for existence, right? And they don't use it very much. And I feel like I guess they just keep it, like, intentionally kind of vague, you know? They're like, oh, the Force can do stuff, but we won't say exactly what it can do because we'll just keep it open. Because, like, in the Rise of Skywalker, there's, like, Force healing. Like, you can literally, like, bring someone back to life with the Force. And it's like, wow, there's probably so many times where you could have used that. But I guess maybe they didn't know about it. They didn't know that it existed. Like she just invented it in the moment, you know? They didn't know that it was possible. But yeah, it's I think that kind of stuff can be quite confusing. And that kind of stuff is like I like poking fun at it in the moment, but like for me it doesn't really affect my enjoyment of the movie unless it's like blatant. Unless it's like so blatant that it's like, oh, like that kind of takes me out of it, you know? But in general, I kind of like I mean, I'll take good character development over anything else. And welcome in, Ratsi. Congrats on being first. How are you? How was your day? You're definitely first. Nice. I've just been having like pretty chill weekend, which is quite nice. I need to catch up on some chores. It's a bit messy around here. I need to clean up. You just got up. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good sleep. It really is spring cleaning time, isn't it? It's a perfect time. It's like warmed up a little bit. You can open the window, you know. So I might do a big spring clean as well. Need to mop the floors. Need to just clean everything. Just clean everything around. Are you still planning on moving soon? Yeah, I'm hoping to move this summer, but we'll see. We'll see. Kind of depends on some life stuff. But honestly, my sink broke. My sink, okay, it didn't break, but like you know, the sink has like different settings. It's like one is like like you know like a shower, and one is like one just like beam of water. It kind of got stuck like in between those settings, and now it doesn't like it doesn't work properly, the sink. So then it's not like broken, like it still functions, but it just doesn't. It's not very. It's a bit annoying. Because it comes out like a shower, and I don't really like that. But like I'm too lazy to like ask them to fix it, so I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait it out. It's Star Wars Day though. I'm not gonna watch the trilogy. Yeah, I'm not ready. I just watched the prequels. What's the Force? Wireless moving things, or it works differently? Yeah, they can move stuff with their mind, but they can also do stuff like controlling people's thoughts if they're weak-minded. Like Ricky, you love seafood, and then you'd be like, wow, I do love seafood, you know, like get AC. I want AC so bad. That's what I'm looking for in a new place. I want 2 bedrooms. I want AC. I want AC. We'll see. It's not like super common in Vancouver, so we'll see. But these days, it's getting more and more common to have AC buildings. AC is too fancy for me. No, nothing is too fancy for me. I'll move somewhere real fancy, and I want more space so I can get rid of this garbage couch. You guys know about my garbage couch, right? Like I want to get rid of this garbage. I'm gonna throw it in the trash. Every time you move, I'm moving as well. Wait, are you moving this summer, Ricky? Wait, we must have talked about this. Did we talk about this, or was this still like up in the air? The Force is just Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Exactly. So you just said I'd be weak-minded. No, I just was using it as an example. We just streamed 3 times in April according to the recap. I mean, that's probably accurate, yeah. I streamed, yeah, just the first week of April. But I'm here for all of May. Don't even worry. The recap is probably not that interesting. Like, oh wow, what happened in our 3 streams in April? Hopefully you're not certain, but that's the window. That is so exciting, Ricky. That's so soon. You'll have to keep us updated. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. And then you leave us in June. I'm not going anywhere in June, man. Where do you think I'm going? I need to participate in the launch of the Switch 2. I don't know. I don't have any plans. I don't have any vacation plans. I actually took some time off in April, so I don't have any vacation plans until probably, I mean, I might take, oh, sorry. I don't know if that was really loud. I dropped my phone. But I might take like a couple days off if I'm moving. because usually you move on the weekend. But other than that, I don't have many plans to go anywhere until Japan. And I'll probably go to Japan in October or November. That's like the same as last year. So that's the plan for now. It depends on my mom. Because I want to go with my mom, but we'll see. You like to take every other month off? No. I took time off in December, and then I took time off in April. It was not every other month. Do not exaggerate here, Ratsi. Japan in October? Are you going to Chicano? Will I see you there? I'm also going to Japan in October. Really? Oh man. MijuCon in Japan? There were harsh days for me. When no more just chatting stream. You'll have to just stream yourself. You'll just have to stream just chatting yourself. Just have to yap away. You could be yap protagonist. Sorry, I'm not as good as puns as Angel. I've been super frugal these days. I hate spending now. Come on, Scott. I've been wanting to go to Japan forever. I thought it was just a time issue. I think it'll be worth the money. You know, like I think more than expensive clothes or cars, this experience of going to Japan will be absolutely worth the money. And you know, it's a good time to go because the yen is quite weak now, and the American dollar is maybe strong. If that will be a replacement, yeah. That's true. That's true. You can never match your level. It takes practice. I can train you. You can be my Padawan protagonist. I'll train you in the Jedi art of yapping. No, I was born like this actually. It was mainly making sure my business can run without me in the country. Exactly. And you said after that process is done, you will take time for yourself, you know? I feel like you deserve it. You should go to I'm sorry, I'm encouraging non-frugal mindset, but I'm pretty non-frugal when it comes to traveling, so I think you deserve a vacation to Japan. Did they introduce some tourist surcharge thing? I think some places have increased prices for tourists, but Japan is still pretty reasonably priced. You're down, Sally and Boss. I don't get the Padawan break. That's okay. Mace Windu is bald too. Miju came out yapping. Exactly. I change from time to time. I'm both quiet and a yapper. You got both sides. You're versatile. I gotta hire more folks. My business partner just told me that we got a new hire, so we're headed in the right direction. Well, maybe by October you'll have enough people, you know? But yeah, so hopefully that will be on a good track. I mean, like, fall is a great time to go, but also spring is a great time to go too. So if you miss out on the fall window, there's always spring. Just not summer. Just stay away from Japan from like June to September. Like including September. Where's Angel? Like I say, my slightly NSFW. Is this stream appropriate? Summer is a great time. Summer is not a great time, Ratzi. It's like 40 degrees, so humid that as soon as you step outside, you'll be like drenched in sweat. Cause I know Istat went at like the end of September, maybe early October, something like that, and he was like, it was so hot. I died. Like, it's like even sometimes late September, it's just that hot. Your itinerary would be so basic. Check out car shops, izakaya every night. That'd be heaven. Honestly, it doesn't matter if it's basic. You do you. Just do what makes you happy, man. Go to Akihabara, hit up the weeb shops, like, enjoy it. Mija just hates heat. No, Ratsi. Heat in Japan is not the same. It is miserable. It is miserable. It is so hot. Like everyone will not recommend going to Japan in the summer. Buy me a new GPU. Chicano Santa now. Chicano Santa now. He's like, I'm being frugal now. Buy me a new GPU. Do Mario Kart at the crossing? I am not a fan of that. Like, I don't understand the appeal of driving the Mario Kart on the real road. You know? I feel so embarrassed. I feel so embarrassed. I'll be like, what am I doing? And I feel like it's dangerous. You're the frugal one. Exactly. Chikano's saving money. So you can go on a luxurious Japan trip. You gotta hit up the ryokan. You gotta go to like a really nice ryokan and get like a 10-course meal. You know? If you're gonna go all out. I could also use it. I'm actually the one who needs a new GPU so I can play Inzoi. Thank you, Chikano. Um, the appeal is to be embarrassed and have the local be annoyed with you. I don't want that, man. I get a different reaction because I'm Japanese. Gonna hang out with the deers in Nara. Deers are cooler than people. The deers in Nara are like extremely aggressive though. Be careful. Like make sure you have no food on you. If you have food in your pocket, they will like attack you. They will tear up your clothes just to get to the food. So because they're like the deers in Nara are like very very used to people, so they're a bit scary. I seen the homie's wife got attacked. Okay, I guess you're into that. You're into that. You are Native American. What? Yeah, it's I mean, honestly, for like a basic first Japan trip, for me, I'll be like, go to Tokyo, go to Kyoto. I think like if you're first time in Japan, go to Kyoto. So worth it. And then if you're because you're in the area, you can go to like Osaka as well if you want. And then like depending on how long you have, you could also go to Hiroshima. But I would say recommend first Japan trip, Tokyo, Kyoto. And like Kyoto has a bunch of things in the area. There's like Kobe, there's Osaka, so it's like kind of like their own little area. They're taxing them turning Bambi into dinner. You might get arrested for that. You go to the store and you're like, I found this deer. Will you please cook it? I want to hang out Osaka 90% of the trip. I mean, Osaka's cool too. I haven't been very long. I haven't been for a very long time. Like I only went for like a couple of days, but it seemed really cool. It's like a big city as well. Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, Okinawa. I mean, I wouldn't go necessarily recommend going all the way to Okinawa unless you're there for like a really long time. Um, so it's Okinawa's a bit far. That's why I say like if you've been to Japan before, I also recommend not biased at all, but going to Kyushu. Kyushu is pretty cool. That's where all the Honda boys and all the Honda boys are in Osaka. I see, I see. I'll know where to find them. But World War II stuff without Okinawa? I mean, if you're like a history buff, then yeah. Hiroshima, Okinawa, Nagasaki, stuff like that. Speaking of Kyushu, Nagasaki's there. Nagasaki also got hit by a bomb, you know, like people always forget. I feel like Miju's biased to whatever place she said. I mean, yeah, because my family's from Kyushu, so I'm like always team Kyushu, but it's definitely not like a first Japan trip kind of place, you know? It's like if you've been to Japan before and you want to go somewhere new, you know, just hit up, go to some places in Kyushu, you know? As an American, I'd feel awful visiting those sites. That's true, I didn't think about that aspect of it as well. But I guess you're supposed to feel awful, but I guess it's not your fault. Like it's not like you contributed. But I mean, I think everyone is meant to feel awful. It's pretty grim. I've been to the Hiroshima Museum. I've been to the Nagasaki Museum when I was a kid, but I went to the Hiroshima Museum as an adult, and it's really unsettling. It's really sad, which is like what it's supposed to be, but it's not like a happy, fun museum trip for sure. You can tell everyone you're Canadian if they ask. You can do that, yeah. I'll accept that. As a Canadian, I'll give you permission. Cause like, you don't want to tell people you're American, right? Cause then you'll get like everyone's gonna be like, "Ew, American." You went to Dachau? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. That's real grim, but I didn't fully grasp. But yeah, when I went to the Nagasaki Museum, the atomic bomb museum when I was a kid, it was like really scary to me. Like the whole museum's like really dark and they play like kind of like unsettling sounds, and I was like, I was really scared. I was probably like 10. I remember being really scared in the museum. It's not definitely not a great place for kids, but I guess it's educational, so I don't know. You get the Canadian pass. Congrats, congrats. But yeah, I went back to Nagasaki last year when I was in Japan, but we didn't go to the museum. I went to the Pearl Harbor site when I was a kid, but I'm like, bro, I'm trying to snorkel and surf, not see some sunken shit. Yeah, when I was a kid, I mean, even now, I'm not really into museums. I'm just like uncultured, so. I don't think Japanese people even know what a Cuba is. Yeah, some people might not, let's be real. You just be like, where are you from? I'm like, if you said Cuba, would they know? They might know. They might know. Cause like I talk to my dogs obviously like Havanese, right? So then like we'll be like, oh, like he's from like Habana, and then they'll be like, oh, Habana. So I think they know. Don't know. Probably depends on the person. The Chow was the first and longest running concentration. Oh yeah, that'd be scary to go to as a kid as well. Because of honorary Japanese, so he's Cubano. Exactly. He's Canadian. He's Cubano. He's Japanese. He's like Luca's multicultural. You know. Um, Funny how the capital is more famous than the country. Possibly. I'm sure Japanese people know what Cuba is, but who knows? The guy's a dog of Earth. He's a dog of the people. You know, like everyone loves him. He will solve. He will create world peace because it's like everyone will love him. How about the one song Havana and then that one? It's literally called Havana. Maybe she just made it popular. Is she the most famous Cuban person? Probably not, right? Or like maybe she just made the capital city very well known. Look at her educating people on geography. Fidel Castro is Cuba. Oh, okay, yeah. I knew I was probably missing people. Isn't the girl from Blade Runner Cuban? Yeah, there's probably lots of Cuban people. I didn't mean to say she's the most famous person in Cuba. I just meant like she probably. Oh, sorry. She probably made the capital city very known. Or like, or at least everyone has heard the word Havana before. Yeah, so lots of yeah, I don't know, in Japan they're pretty like when I was talking to my family about like where I've been in Europe and stuff like that, they know Ireland, but then I was trying to tell them about Wales. I was trying to tell them about Wales and they're like, what's Wales? So sorry, Wales. They did not know what it was. But I've also met some Canadian people who don't know what Wales is. So, you know, I guess people are just uneducated about Wales. Ana de Armas is from Armana. Wait, who is she? Yoli knows about Wales because of Princess Diana. Really? I think I knew about Wales before, but I've been there now, you know? Cries in Welsh. Oh no, Dory, are you Welsh too? Yeah, I was trying to tell my family. I was like, I went to Wales. Like, I was like, look at the sheep. And then they're like, what's Wales? And I'm like, oh, it's near England. And they're like, okay. They don't know what it is. Yeah, sorry, Gwen. Yeah. Dory doesn't exist either. Oh no. Yeah, good luck going to Japan and telling them you're from Wales. But yeah, big Wales fan, personally. I will defend you guys. I will tell everyone about Wales. I thought it was beautiful. But yeah, so make sure you speak well. I can't speak Welsh. I sometimes try to ask words from Gwen and I always forget them. So I don't remember anything. She just flexes her longest city name thing after at me. Whales or whales? Imagine seeing whales and whales. I was at the ocean in Wales, did not see any whales, unfortunately. I don't know what kind of sea creatures I did see, but I don't think it was much. I just saw a lot of sheep. Classic whales. There was just a lot of sheep. Tried to get close to them and they don't like it. They're not a big fan. Which one is the animal? The one with the H. The one with the H is the animal whale. Do the whales in Wales speak Welsh? Absolutely, yeah, of course. Seeing a bunch of sheep was probably an ideal setting to LARP. Why? Are sheep related to LARPing? I think if you pulled out like your fake sword in front of the sheep, they would get freaked out, you know? But it's crazy, like you drive through Wales and you look at the mountain and it's like you see these like white dots like all over the mountain. It's just sheep. There's like just like so many sheep. D&D LARPing. Although, I mean, Gwen and Key have played Baldur's Gate now, you know? So maybe they'd be on board. They're out there playing Baldur's Gate in Wales, you know? Maybe. Yeah, it's a cool place. I recommend it. In the UK, I would like to go to Scotland. Keep seeing some nice like pictures and stuff of Scotland. And apparently it's really nice, so I would like to go one day. Gwen has been grinding it according to Discord. Of course, of course. You play Baldur's Gate only to understand these streams' language. True, true. We do talk about Baldur's Gate a lot, but it's like a whole like it's so hard to get into, honestly. Like I was just watching a video about like people saying like, oh, is the easy mode on Baldur's Gate too hard? And I actually do agree that it's too hard. Cause like in the description of the easy mode of the game, it says like, oh, for those who want to like experience a narrative, you know, narrative first, like story first. But like the gameplay is actually still fairly difficult. It's not just like most games, if you put it on like the story mode, the gameplay is kind of like trivial and like you really can't die, you know? Or like it's kind of hard to fail, right? And that's kind of what I would expect in an easy mode or like a story mode as someone who does want to play Baldur's Gate like for the story. But it was like you guys saw me on like my when I was playing it by myself. Like I was dying a lot. Like I was not doing well. Even as someone who has played the game fully before, like I was still not doing well. So I think it is hard. But luckily it's not a right click game. It is a left click game though. Wales is actually a decently sized country. If you thought it'd be like Northern Ireland size. Yeah, it's a pretty large size. I think it just doesn't have it doesn't have like a huge population though. Cardiff and Swansea football clubs are in Wales. Although they were telling me that Wales sucks at football, but they're good at rugby. And they bought me Gwen and Key got me like a Wales rugby shirt. I have yet to wear it though. I should get back to like my Twitch sports days or something and wear my, or maybe they'll like have some sort of like Wales rugby championship. I don't know, like a rugby World Cup, you know, and then I could cheer for Wales at that time. I set the shirt Wednesday one day. I actually like completely forgot about it. I was like, oh, I need to wear on stream once, but I didn't have the right occasion, you know. I have no idea about rugby except for violence, and right now I'm scared of Gwen. I don't think Gwen plays rugby herself, so I think you're safe. But she seems pretty strong, to be fair. So maybe you should be scared, but she's a gentle soul. You'll be okay. But yeah, Wales I think have a pretty strong rugby team, from what I understand. But I don't watch a lot of rugby, so I don't know. Yeah, you should be scared of her in Mario Kart. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Enjoy the Mallow Mart in the meantime. BRB. Okay, okay, I'm back. And welcome in Link. Yes, those are the rules. Please follow them. We were even playing the same game. Oh yeah, I've definitely had that. I've never played Mario Kart against Gwen, but I was there in the I think it was the stat stream, right, where they're having the tournament. She was very very crazy, very crazy good. I did play like IRL arcade Mario Kart with Gwen, and I did come in fourth. I'm pretty sure Key won. Pretty sure Key won and not Gwen, but they were both pretty good. But it was obviously it's a very different skill. It's a very different skill. It's like than Mario than like the actual Mario Kart. It might not even translate. You barely got one emote. You were too late. You were late to the party, Bear. I was gone for like minutes. You know. What else would you do in Wales? Well, I was only there for a few days. It was mostly just like seeing pretty views. It depends where you go, because I didn't go to like the main like capital of Wales. I went to Anglesey, which is like in the north of Wales. It's kind of like by the ocean, and it was like very pretty. So yeah, it's just like we saw a waterfall, we saw sheep, we yeah, we just saw like sights around that area. Um, but yeah, nothing too much. I'm sure there's like lots of stuff to do, um, especially if you go to like Cardiff or stuff like that, or like other areas of Wales. But Wales is pretty big, to be fair. If you can't necessarily go to like everywhere. It's like I think Wales just has like really nice views because like it just has like that like it has like the type of view you just don't really get here. Like they have like rolling hills that are like covered in grass and sheep. And here we don't really have that. Like we have mountains, but they're like covered in trees, right? And they just like don't have trees. Like at least compared to here, like compared to like the Pacific Northwest, there's like they have huge hills, huge mountains. You can see so far. There's no trees, which is a very different kind of landscape than here, which is cool to see. When are you going to Egypt though? Why Egypt, man? Are you on about your Egyptian conspiracy? Also New Zealand. I don't have any plans to go to New Zealand. I think I wanted to go to Edinburgh, in Scotland. In terms of like non-Japan places, obviously I want to go to Korea, but you know that's close to Japan. Iceland, I know it has been very popular recently because it's very pretty. Um, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Draconian has been sending a lot of pictures of Norway, and it does look really pretty as well. But I'm sure there's lots of very nice places in Europe. If you want to speak sheep, what is bad in Welsh? That's exactly it, Ricky. Yeah, Ricky's got it. Um, just yeah, that's what the sheep say constantly. The sheep are constantly saying that, man. We're covered in bugs. Yeah, Ricky. Aside from the food, like Ricky's like, okay, the food is really good, but they're after hearing about these massive spiders and massive flying bugs, Brazil might be a no go for me. I'll just visit Ricky in Florida, if anything, because honestly, the crocodiles sound better than flying bugs. Although crocodiles are very scary. Or alligators. Alligators are very scary. But if they're small, maybe it's okay. Alligators are funny. Okay, crocodiles would be worse, yeah. Crocodiles are like the really big ones. Isn't Ricky in Cuba? Ricky is from Cuba, but he's not in Cuba. But you know, um, weirdly enough, going from Vancouver to Florida is like really far. Even though it's like still in America, it's like I don't for a while. I don't know if this is still the case, but there wasn't like any direct flights. So you had to like fly somewhere else and then fly to Florida. So like people here who want to go to like Disney World, it's like really, really, really far. Went to Australia. No, 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 no. I've heard enough about Australia. Oh my gosh. I remember, I think it was Allison. She was telling us about there's like the magpies, like the birds, and they like attack you. I'm like, man, Australia sounds so dangerous. I gotta stay out of there. Like she was like, oh, the huntsman spiders aren't that bad. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean the huntsman spiders aren't that bad? Um, he's working his way up to the northern hemisphere. Exactly, exactly. One day he'll be in Canada. I believe in the Ricky Canadian arc. Screw Austria. Canada's where it's at. So for the longest possible distance for NHL finals. Yeah, that's why people thought Messi wouldn't come. He's going from Miami to Vancouver, but he didn't. But like, they're probably on like a private plane. Like, it can't be that bad, man. Get over yourself, Messi. Hopefully I get to Antarctica where no bugs live. Oh my gosh. We don't have that bad of bugs here, Ricky. We have like, yeah, we have spiders and stuff, but if you live in a high floor, there's really only wasps. And you could like just keep your window closed, you know? We don't have like really bad bugs. And nothing is dangerous. Like nothing is poisonous. Except for like you might get stung by a wasp, but like that's about it. Like a bee, you know? Reddit told me if you just ignore if the bugs and spiders and snakes ignore you. What? How does that work? I can't ignore a massive spider right in front of me. He did it to see you. Messi? That's true. He was such a big fan. I signed his jersey for him, you know? We have rattlesnakes somewhere? Okay, but you guys are far away. You guys are far away. West Coast Canada, that's where it's at. It's totally safe here. You might see like bears, but like that's okay. Bears are fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Closer than Florida. I don't think the rattlesnakes are making the cross country trip from Toronto to Vancouver. So I think I'm okay. Canada does seem like a good idea if I change my mind about Europe. There you go. People are always pro Canada, right? He's a bit of a dude pushing a tarantula out of his house, and once it goes outside, some kind of lizard comes up and eats it. Ew! You're in Australia? And welcome in, Ticklish. Nice bottle. Thank you. Thank you. This sticker, well, one of my stickers is really peeling off. Okay, also, this one's peeling off. See? And then this one is peeling off. Sad. But that's how stickers go, man. I guess I'll just have to tape it down or something. The snakes don't need passports? They do. They do. Ask the border security. Hey, does my snake need a passport? Yes, it does. Even if you're a rattlesnake. You want to move from Canada, Ratsy? You want to live in Europe? Why? Wild snakes? No, 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 no. They need passports. They cannot skirt the law like that. Need more stickers? Fill it up with weaves. I have some more stickers that I can put on. Actually, this side is completely empty. I don't know why. But for me, like, the stickers I put on my water bottle have to be, like, laminated stickers. They can't be paper stickers, right? Because the water bottle does get wet sometimes. So I have a lot of paper stickers that I don't really want to put on this water bottle. Which is, you know, makes sense. Europe, Korea, maybe Japan. Eventually you'll retire to somewhere cheap like Thailand. I mean, I always see people talking about that. Like, if you retire in like a cheaper country, your money can go a lot farther. But then you have to move away from all your family and friends and stuff like that. You better not buy me anything weeby if you go to Japan, Chikano. I will reject it. Lemonaded. Lemonaded, yes. Just make a new guys. Why did you and Ticklish have why did Ticklish and Chikano have the exact same psychotic idea? Thailand is 10K Canadian a month to retire? That seems really expensive. A month? Just make a new family. Just make one when you're of retirement age. That's not funny. I miss my family. I guess I'll just make... I mean, I guess families can be made. You're not wrong. Me and Chika go to Japan to buy any gifts for everyone, but it's Miju and it's all weeb gifts. I just like get like a delivery one day, it's just like body pillows, like like weird anime figurines and body pillows. I would send that back to. I would return to sender. I will not accept these gifts. I'll accept like some snacks, you know, some good Japanese snacks. Although I have access to those now, you know, so. You already sent me J-Weeb gifts from the comfort of my own country. It wasn't that weeby. I guess Persona was a bit weeby. Have a robot family instead that will exist if I'm retired. You do you. Do what makes you happy, man. Family's a pyramid scheme. Your parents make you, and then you go find another person to make 2 more people. I guess so. Yeah, yeah. I guess it is a pyramid shape. You're not wrong. You can make more than 2. Yeah, to make the pyramid larger. I mean, a lot of people don't. I was watching a video about birth rates. I was watching a video about birth rates, and there's something called like a replacement number. It's like everyone needs to have like, you need to have like this many kids to keep the population the same size. But then there's like a weird like. Did I tell you my brother has 2 sets of twins? But twins are genetic, right? Like twins run in the family. Maybe you can duplicate them in the future if you miss them. True, just clone them. Yeah, just like Star Wars. 2 pregnancies, 4 kids. Imagine like, I think that's like annoying though, because like imagine like you have 2 kids, right? And you're like, okay, I would be okay with 3 kids. You know, maybe pushing it a bit, but 3 will be okay. And then you find out they're twins, and you're like, oh my god, I have 4 kids. Like I'm like, oh, that's probably not the outcome they wanted, you know? But yeah, it's and that's tough. But yeah, I guess twins are genetic. So like if you have twins in your family, your brother-in-law's brother. Okay, so that's not in your family. You're safe. You're safe. You are not genetically predisposed to have twins. But yeah, it's or like, you know those people who have like, okay, apparently what was I trying to say? Apparently like genetics are like very weird. We don't like fully understand genetics. Apparently like if some couples are more predisposed to having a certain gender of kid than the other. Like it's like it could be like something like it's not like 50-50, it could be like 51 or like 52%. So like, you know, some people, I don't know if you guys know like families like this where like some people they like have like 3 boys or something like that, and then they like they really want a girl, so they keep trying, but then they keep making more boys, you know? I'm like, that's crazy, man. Like just give up. Give up. Adopt a child. I don't know. Like it's not happening. You can't just gamble on this, you know? Actually my aunt and uncle are twins on your dad's. Oh, it could happen to you. I feel like that'd be like alarming, you know? Like you're like, okay, I'm ready for 1 child. I'm prepared to care for 1 child, and then there's 2. Or what if you had triplets? Oh my gosh. I forgot that could happen. You could have triplets. You could have 4 kids. I'd be like, ooh, like imagine preparing. You're like, oh, I could deal with having 1 kid, you know? Only child, like that seems chill. And then 4 kids. Oh, that'd be so much. But I think 4 would be really uncommon. I knew a set of triplets. I feel like if I tried to have 1 kid and then I had 3, I'd be like, come on. Octuplets. Oh no. That's how many? What is the highest amount that people have had? Surely someone's had 5, right? But surely no one's had like 6. How would you even hold 6 in your stomach? Not in your stomach, in your uterus. Where would they go? Where would these children go? If I had a kid, I would go off to get milk. I mean, luckily, you are very in control of if you have kids or not. We just seems like the person want a large amount of kids. What? Like how many? The one with the most record set of twins was Vasilevia with 16 sets of twins. Set what? No, that's not real. 16 sets of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. That cannot be real. How did you push out that many kids? She had that many kids on her own? That's 16 plus 7. 23, 27. So she was having kids for 27 years? Let's say she started when she was like, I guess it's possible. You just start really young. I guess so. But imagine like starting having kids when you're like 18 and like not stopping till you're like almost 35. Or like exactly 35. Like that's crazy. The record is 8. Oh no, we have 9. What the hell? Imagine trying to have kids and you're like, I'll have one child. And then 9 come out? Like what? Oh no. That woman started a whole city for real. Wouldn't you be like very. Why did they keep having kids, by the way? Were they just like really rich or what? How do you have that many kids? Surely you'd stop at a certain point. Um, 2 kids is your limit, but however, it's up to the missus to determine how much. I mean, that's fair enough. It's fair enough. I feel like 2 is reasonable. But what if you try to have your second kid and then triplets come out? What will you do? It's not having a child, it's having a litter. That's true. How do cats do it, man? My grandma had another kid when my dad was already 17. That can happen. That can happen. I had a friend who her brother was like 10 years older. But yeah, sometimes people have kids early and then they continue and then they have kids later on as well. But like I feel like I don't know. Like if I was like parents in that situation, I'd be like I'm kind of like wouldn't you be done? Like if you raised a kid and they were like 15, like wouldn't you be done? Like are you really like, oh, I want another baby now? Like I feel like most people would not want another baby at that point. Um They'll love and care for each one and hope the missus will be okay. Yeah. As a woman, like imagine giving birth one time is already rough, but like if you have like triplets, you have to push 3 kids out. But at least it's like one and like it's like I guess it's easier. It's like you're just getting it done with at once. I don't know. Just does not sound pleasant. Luckily, I don't have any twins in my family. We're good. Like twins would be like okay. Triplets is a lot. You know? Your sister's 7 years older than me? Yeah, that's a pretty big gap. Your mom was on kid 3 at 30 and I'm 28, not even in a relationship. I mean, there's no rush. Kid 3 at 30 is a lot. You're 37, you still want one child? I mean, that's totally fine. Imagine having 9 at once. I think I would give up. I'd be like, just cut them out. It's fine. Oh, like a twin, it would be awesome. I mean, yeah, I feel like being a twin is probably like a very unique experience, right? That is not the same as having a sibling. But I wouldn't know. I'm not a twin that I know of. And welcome back, Maestro. Hope you're doing well. I'm either gonna be like Robert De Niro or a grumpy dog dad. Grumpy dog dad sounds good. You could have some little Lucas running around, you know? You don't want to be like Robert De Niro, man. Don't be like Robert De Niro. You're gonna die when the kid's like 5 years old. And your neighbors have a kid in high school. The second youngest is like 20, and the oldest is 29. I mean, that's fine. You don't want to go one after the other with the kids. Both Kimmy and I have twins in our family. We're freaking out on the topic. You might have twins. Yeah, that's a good luck. Good luck. I don't know what else to tell you. Can you like genetic test them? Surely you can, right? You can do the genetic testing, find out if there's twins. I don't know what you would do after we find out, but you're gonna be the cool uncle. Yeah, yeah. That's a fun time as well. Chicano's already the cool uncle. It's optimal if you want to be frugal, have a kid, and croak is a viable option to save money. What happens to the kid? I mean, I guess I just get all your money. So it's kind of the same outcome, right? The kid would probably get all your money. Panic. True. I guess you just panic. Yeah, you panic and then you figure it out. Um. Well, you're dead, so it ain't your problem. I guess so. What would you do if you gave birth to a baby and it came out doing a K-pop dance? Then it's like it's a prodigy. It's a prodigy. Well, you gotta send a video to JYP. And it will be the youngest child to ever debut. You'll have a 1-year-old debuting. No. That's probably illegal. Have a baby at 1 million dance studio and your child just comes out just like an incredible dancer. Maybe. Yeah, I've never specifically thought about that situation, but I guess yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, this is a weird conversation. I inquired about working at 1 million. They never got back to me. I'm sorry. You gotta show them your dance moves, Ratzi. Send them a video of your dance moves, and then they'll be like, "We gotta have this guy." Did he speak Korean? No, but can he do some K-pop dances? Sure. So it's best to be prepared for anything. Yeah, we got to think about these situations. You know, like before you have a kid, have you considered have you considered they might be dancing to K-pop? Like you ought to think about these things. Let me just record a quick like Jenny. I kind of want to see this, Ratsy. When will you show us your dances? If you could be good at something you currently aren't, what would it be? That's a good question. I mean, I think I want to be good at dancing. Cause I feel like I'm lacking a lot of dancing skills. You know, like I'm not trained in dance. But would that be what I want to? Would that be what I want though? Like I feel like it should be more useful life skill. It should be more useful life skill. Like maybe something like I want to be good at cooking. Cause I'm like okay at cooking, but I'm not like good at cooking. I think that would be like a useful skill. Yeah, yeah. I guess cooking would be helpful. Well, what would you guys pick if you could be good at something you currently aren't? Yeah, cooking seems the most practical. It seems a bit boring, but I guess if you can imagine if you could just cook really good dishes, you know, like I think I'd be happy about that. Um, what do I get in return, Ratsy? Um, a Just Dance stream, maybe. um. No, learning language is something useful. It's like dancing. I mean, dancing would not be as useful as cooking, no? Let's be real. Like, do I get any benefit from being good at dancing? No. Life? I don't think you can just pick life, Ticklish. How can you be bad at cooking if you follow a recipe? Some people are just good at cooking, you know? They're good at seasoning dishes and like cooking everything just right, you know? So it's like, maybe that's fine. Sales? Sales? I guess so. Yeah, if you work in sales. My wife can't cook for crap, but man, she can dance. That's good. That's good. You can just be the cook, man. Just cook her shin every night. She will love that. Her health will be terrible, but she'll just dance off all the calories. It's all good. Well, not now. You're too old for JYP or XG. Exactly. Exactly. I think for me, it's like more being able to cook anything I just have on me, not needing a recipe. They just experiment and make it work. That's what my mom does. She's like, "Oh, I had these ingredients in my fridge, so I just made this." And I was like, "What? I can only make like predefined things. Like I can only make these specific recipes, you know?" Like being filthy at cooking, just wing. Exactly, exactly. I think that'd be a really useful skill, and it would really help with like meal prepping, right? I want to rip like Tim on guitar, be an expert project. Oh, guitar would be nice too, because I'm kind of bad at guitar. Like, I'm comfortable playing along when I'm singing, but am I good at guitar? No. So I feel like that'd be fun. That'd be a fun skill. But like, I feel like guitar would be a skill that I would want to like improve at, you know? Like, I'd want to like just work on it myself and improve at it, but I think that'd be because it's not like something necessary. Like with cooking, I'd rather just like flip a switch, be good at cooking. I'm okay with that. But with guitar, then I feel like the hobby is learning it, right? Here's the thing, food is just your body's gas. So as long as it tastes decent, I don't care what it is. I mean, yeah, it depends on person to person. Some people live to eat, some people eat to live. Just it is what it is. You wing all your meals. If I cook, yesterday's dinner was French fry with melted shredded cheese and chopped onion. Ratsy, eat some vegetables. Just eat so you don't die and do something remarkable. But food is so good. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. I'm a bit. I'm like food enjoyer for sure. You had onion. That doesn't count, man. Eat veg. Like, I mean, onion is better than nothing. It's better than nothing. But at least have some like carrot sticks or something. Onion S tier veggie. Yeah, onion is good, but would I count it as like a nutritious part of your meal? I mean, it helps, yes, but I don't think it's sufficient for your veggie needs, you know? Food soothes the soul. Exactly, exactly. There's some good foods out there. Recently, though, I've been eating very, very simply because I feel like there's something in my diet that's like upsetting my stomach that I'm like maybe have some sort of intolerance to. So I'm trying to figure it out. So like the solution is just like cut everything out and then like eat stuff and then see if like it hurts my stomach, you know? That's the plan. But it also could be just not a specific food at all. It could just be like situational. I don't know. Did the apple with peanut butter dip count? Yeah, sure. My diet is absolutely crap. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. But you do feel a lot better if you eat more good foods, you know? Imagine being allergic to noodles, I would die, like a gluten intolerance. That's something I was concerned about as well for myself, but I don't think it's the case. But the intolerance is dairy. I mean, I already know that I am intolerant to dairy. Like, I definitely know I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know if I have like a specific intolerance to dairy, even if it's lactose free. Not sure. But I mean, I definitely the things I definitely know I'm intolerant to are, obviously lactose, and two, I'm actually I talked about sunstream, I think, but there's a certain type of wheat they use in pasta. It's called durum wheat, because like I noticed that I don't have a problem with fresh pasta or gluten-free dried pasta, but specifically just normal dried pasta like really upsets my stomach. And apparently it's like a specific type of wheat in the pasta that you can be allergic to. So that's fun. So if I go eat restaurant, like go to pasta, like a restaurant and eat pasta, it's usually fine because they use like fresh pasta. But it's just like the pasta you buy at the store, or like a really cheap pasta restaurant. Imagine developing an allergy to chocolate. Can you be allergic to chocolate? I guess so, right? Because like for me, like obviously there's milk chocolate has milk, which can be like, but like I'm not like if you're lactose intolerant, usually chocolate's okay. Because like if you're intolerant, you're not like deathly allergic. As soon as you get like a bite, like one little bit of lactose, you're gonna die. Once I move out, I'm assuming nutritionist, get them to pick 7 quick and easy healthy meals. I mean, you could probably find that online. You probably don't need a nutritionist. Ricky would die if he would probably just die because he would eat the chocolate anyway. Um, no milk chocolate. I mean, I'm fine with milk chocolate, but I prefer dark chocolate actually. I'll be mad, depressed, allergic to chocolate. True, true. Rather too, I had fine food just before dying. Although you did avoid chocolate for a while, Ricky. That was impressive. Dark chocolate is SSS tier. I know, dark chocolate is so superior. I'm such a big fan. Yeah, so I don't like. I don't think milk chocolate really causes me problems though. Like for me, it's like you have to eat a pretty significant amount of dairy for it to cause problems, but not pretty significant. But like a lot of things have more lactose than others. Like soft cheeses have a lot of lactose, but like hard cheeses do not. So it's like it's actually very specific. And you'd be surprised, like cream does not contain a lot of lactose. So it's like even things that you might think are like heavier, more dairy, are not necessarily. You're not much of a fan of dark chocolate? No, no, no. You gotta grow up, man. Get on the dark chocolate train. Too sweet is no bueno. Exactly, exactly. You would love all the sweets in Japan, cause like all like Asian bakeries and stuff, it's not too sweet. It's not like Western. A lot of Western desserts are like overly sweet, you know, like really sugary. Not a fan of them, especially like cheap ones, you know. Surely I was completely responsible during the time. That's not very convincing. You ain't joining the dark side. You will one day. One day, we'll we'll convince you. I have a master plan. I think it took me longer to recover because I was still buying chocolate from time to time. Oh, you could have had lots of chocolate earlier on if you just followed it. What's your top 5 fruit? Oh, it's a good question. I think I really like blueberries. Blueberries is up there. Mango is up there. I like the yellow cherries, the Rainer cherries, really, really good. Um, Strawberries maybe? And then right now I really like pears, man. Pears are really good, but then I feel like I would put apple higher than pear. But I was eating pears recently and they're quite good. But I think I might put apple above it. Your tag is an Sith Lord, not that you know of. I'm gonna pretend that's not true. Okay, Ricky. You have the high ground. No, I have the high ground. Um, pears and bananas are yeah, bananas are so good. Yeah, bananas are good too. But like, I feel like I don't know. I kind of like all fruit. It's kind of hard to say. Like some fruits I definitely don't like as much as others, but like bananas are a staple. You know, they're great. They're a great snack. Very healthy. Um, I put bananas quite high too. But I think strawberries can be. I think strawberries can be very very hit or miss. Sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're not that good. You know, but banana always good. Except one time. One time I got like some bananas that were not ripe yet, right? But they never went ripe. They were like green forever. And then they started going brown, but they were still like really green. And I was like, and apparently that can happen if the bananas got too cold when they were being transported. They just never ripen. So be careful when you're buying bananas. Make sure make sure at least there are a little bit of yellow on them so you know that it will ripen. You think blackberries and raspberries are mid? They're not my favorite. I like them, but they're not my favorite. Especially because like raspberries and stuff, and you can't wash them very well because they get like watery. But then I'm always worried that there's like bugs inside. You know, because there's like the hole in the middle. I feel like there might be bugs in there, but you can't really wash them. Meiji bought plantains. No, no, no. It was bananas. Um, you ever seen fruits before we cultivated them? What do you mean? Fried bananas when they're not mature enough are the best, or whatever you guys call them. Or like when they're still green, you fry them instead. I didn't think about doing this because like when they're too ripe, you can make like banana bread, or like you can make like you can make like baked goods with the ones that are too ripe. But the ones that are not ripe enough, I never considered this. Fried bananas when they're not mature enough are the best. Whatever you guys. Oh, sorry, I just read that. Top tier fruit: avocado and tomatoes. I'm actually like I was never a fan of tomatoes when I was a kid, but I'm getting better about being able to eat them. I'm still not like a huge fan of them, but I will eat them. And avocado, I never liked growing up, but now I'm kind of on board. I think my taste buds are maturing. I actually bought some the other day, but they're kind of really ripe, so I should probably eat them soon. Maybe they got too ripe. I don't know. Can I put them in the fridge to stop them being ripe? Probably. Yeah, avocados took a while to grow on me for sure. Like avocado chocolate shake. That sounds really gross. No offense. I don't like the idea of that. I could only eat tomatoes on a burger or cut them into bits for tacos. Yeah, that was always my thing. Cause like I would be okay with tomatoes if they were like cut up on margarita pizza or like yeah in like a salsa or something like that. I was totally fine with salsa even if it had like complete tomatoes in there, you know. But I was never able to eat just tomatoes. But now I kind of can. But I'm getting better. I don't enjoy it that much, but I can do it. Avocados are awesome. You're rich on this one. We're Latinos, it's in our DNA. The avocados? That's what you eat with pineapple only on pizza. I didn't like pineapple as a kid as well, but now I think it's really good. I think a lot of things that I just could not tolerate as a kid, it's like, you know, as your taste buds develop, it's like easier to eat, you know? I hear that you like lose taste buds as you grow up, so maybe things that you thought were like too strong of a flavor are a lot more tolerable. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I did have some character development. I bought some avocados the other day. I tried to buy like a lot of vegetables. I'm trying to buy more vegetables because I'm actually very frugal with that, and I'm not because a lot of times vegetables, unless you eat them like very aggressively, they go bad really quickly, especially if you live alone, right? So that's why it's hard for me to buy. Like I try to buy vegetables that won't go bad easily. Pepperoni, jalapeno, pineapple pizza is S plus. That sounds really good. I was just talking earlier about my favorite pizza right now is like a sweet chili pizza. Cause like I think like a spicy pizza with the cheese is works out really well. Cause like the cheese balances out the spice and it's like it's just ideal, you know? Like Thai inspired? I don't even know. I think so. It kinda has that vibe. Um yeah, it's really good. You don't really care about pineapple on pizza, but pineapple flavored meat. Really? I like a lot of times in like sweet and sour pork they put pineapple in it. I think it's really good. And pineapple fried rice. A lot of times it has some chicken or prawns in it. Really good. So I can't agree with that, Ricky. Thai food is ridiculous. True, true. You guys are making me hungry. I want some Thai food now. But like I said, I'm trying to eliminate stuff from my diet. But once I go back, once I figure out what foods I'm intolerant to, I will enjoy everything else. You love pad thai right now? Guys, you're making me hungry. You had Thai green curry a couple days ago. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. Coconut milk over milk? I mean, I don't think they're like the same thing. You know? Like the coconut milk you use in cooking is not the same as milk, you know? Big yellow curry. I'm a big fan of red curry. we have all the curry colors covered. 10 spice. No, get out of here. I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. Maybe that's the thing the thing I'm not good at, but I should be good at. Is that a skill that's available? Like just being good at spice? I go to Thai places, they bring you out a spice. What's a spice tray? What is a spice tray? I don't know about this. I don't think I've had coconut milk. Coconut water, yes, but I'm guessing it doesn't have anything to do. Yeah, coconut milk is used a lot in like cooking. Um Miju could eat a ghost pepper, but no. After seeing Istat dying from eating like a habanero, I will not. If the limit is 5 and I ask for 10, they bring out they can bring out a tray of spices and peppers. I think it was a spice box. In when I was in Ireland, they had something called a spice bag, and it was some fries with spices in it. It was like a bag of fries with spices. I don't know if that's the same thing. Aside from Alberta, he can't handle spice. I think Istat can handle spice better than me. Because judging from the things that he ate on stream, like, I don't think I could eat those. But yeah, maybe that's the skill I would want. Being good at spice. Because I suck. I'm actually better than my entire family. But that's actually still not that good. Like, if we were at that Thai restaurant, all my family would be like 0, 1, or 2. And I'm probably like 3. Maybe like 2.5. You know? And that's like good for my family, but like in terms of like the greater scale of the world, it's not. Like my spice limit is like shin, no egg, no cheese. I can eat it, but I don't really want to go spicier than that. Your ex's dad used to munch on these little dynamite-looking chilies, and I would eat them with him. He just eats chilies. Doesn't that hurt your stomach to just eat a bunch of chilies at once? I feel like that would wreck my stomach, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I need some sort of, I need some sort of like, my stomach needs to be prepared. I don't know. Humans are masochists, apparently. It's basically the same thing as a spice bag, I think, but a box and other stuff like chicken and lamb and other stuff. Ooh, okay, I see. Yeah, I was really surprised at the spice bag thing because like they were like, oh, we're gonna have Chinese food, and I was like, oh, okay, Chinese food, and they're like, oh, but there's fries. I was like, what do you mean there's fries? It's Chinese food. They just do. They just have fries with everything, man. I mean, it would accompany his food or whatnot, but on the side, I think he was just like munching on a bag of like as if it was some chips. You went to Ireland? I did. I went to Ireland for work. She went to Wales, and I went to both. I've been to both in separate trips, but I have been to both places. Jenny likes fries. I don't know. Probably. Doesn't everyone like fries? But yeah, some of the Irish food was very surprising. Didn't you just say that? No. I didn't say Jenny. Ratsy, you're hallucinating. Too much K-pop. That car show is supposed to go to us at 7:30 p.m. It's a work night. I mean, you can always leave at like 9:30. If you're gonna stay home, come on, Chicano, get out there. You can leave at like 9:30. Is it really far away? If it's really far away, I understand. That's the one thing I don't like about hockey games. It's like they go from like 7 p.m. to 9:30. So I don't get home till like 11. So late. Gives me an excuse to not wash your car. Come on, we need some rain. It should rain tomorrow. Actually, will it actually? No. It's nice all week, man. Other day I was determined if there was a gun to my head and I had to pick my bias group and idol would be over. That's a great thing to think about, Ratsy. I'm glad your thoughts are consumed by K-pop. Maybe you should have a K-pop detox. Ratsy, like maybe you should have like a day where you just don't think about K-pop. You don't listen to K-pop, you know, and like see if you can do it. Tuesday's supposed to be really warm. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be really warm. Twice, Gio. Boom, not dead. Let's go, Ricky. I would pick Blackpink, Jenny. I don't think. Boom, not dead. They shot it in the air. It's fine. But what would I think about? I don't know, Ratsy. You can think about other things. Like, you could think about your friends and family. You could think about current events. You could think about work or school. You know, like there's a lot of things you can think about, you know? You could think about video games, TV shows, movies, all that stuff, you know? There's a lot of other stuff in the world, surprisingly. Guys, what should I play on Wednesday? I think the new Genshin patch is on Wednesday actually. Cause I want our friend Ice Coffee. I'm gonna stick with that name now. I want Ice Coffee. And there is I think an Albedo event. So I do love Albedo. The one concert I spent $20 on is a long weekend, which is also my birthday, so I can't go now. Why? Why can't you go to a concert on your birthday? It's your birthday. You had a really weird interaction with a random viewer in your friend's channel the other day. What happened? Like a good weird or like a bad weird? Because it's Twitch, you know, it could be either one. Man, the lighting is so weird. Weather, please. When does the Last of Us episodes come out? I think it might be today, right? We'll see. Like I said, I know you. I know you. I've heard of you. Chicano87. Which was already strange, and then started knowing lots of random things about me, and then proceeded to say people talk crap behind my back on Discord? Really? Like, they said this publicly in the chat? That's really weird. Also, why would they, like, that's not good for them to just, like, start revealing stuff about you in the chat when you didn't do that yourself? That's super weird. I'm surprised, like, your friend or, like, moderator didn't do anything about that. And then told me to look it up for myself. Was it true? Like, who's talking crap about you? Is it, like, friends or, like, people you don't know? It wasn't, like, bad, really. More about Street Fighter or whatever. I mean, that's fine. What a weird guy. Yeah, people are just like, oh, Chicano lost his Street Fighter competition. That's not necessarily, like, a bad thing. That person has too much time on their hands, clearly. Or, like, they're just trying to make drama where there wasn't drama, you know? It's a big cottage. And birthday celebration or concert. I'd rather have free food and salad. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. At least I only paid $20 for the concert. People in the Seattle Street Fighter community. I mean, if they weren't saying bad things about you, then like that person was just trying to stir stuff up for nothing. Maybe talk to your friend about that, viewer. Just weird people talking about me without me knowing. I don't like, but I guess I shouldn't let it get to me. You mean the original guy? That's a bit weird, yeah. I mean, that person shouldn't be revealing stuff about you without your permission. Like, you didn't share that. Even if it's, like, public information, like, you didn't share that in the chat. They shouldn't just be like, oh, this is Chicano. He does X thing and, like, whatever. I don't know. Like, what people in the community say about me seems strange, even if I don't know them that well. But you said it's not, like, bad things, right? Are you just famous? If I do a K-pop detox, do I learn a language? Maybe Korean. I feel like that's still tangential, Ratsy. I think it's still in the same vein. Maybe you should do something inherently different, you know? Sorry, I just read the word inherently. That doesn't fit in there. Not inherently bad, but strange to say the least. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. But there's always gonna be like, if it's not like that bad, I guess just like, it obviously depends how you personally feel about it, but if you personally don't think it's that bad, maybe just like people will talk, right? But yeah, it's kind of weird. One guy says Chicano has nervous energy, but like, what the heck? No, I ain't nervous. That's a weird thing to say about. Yeah, you're right. That's a weird thing to say about someone you don't know, right? It's one thing to be like, oh, he seems nervous. Like, maybe they're just worried that you're nervous at playing, but I don't know. It's like, you're not like you're not like a public figure, right? Like you could read that yourself and you could interact with them and they could speak to you directly. So it's a bit weird that they're commenting on you. Um, you're allowed to suck IRL, and I was mingling with people. A yapper, fellow yapper. It was from weird years ago, but how does this random viewer know all this about me? That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, that is so weird. I think it's just like people like it's just like people like not really having a life and just wanting to comment on other people and stuff. Like people just gossip, right? But it's weird that they've one do it publicly in a place where you could see it. Like it's one thing to say that with your friends, like in like a voice chat, but like saying it in like public, like it's weird. And then two, that guy knowing this random messages about you from years ago, like that's also weird. And then like finding you in the or like calling you out in the chat and then being like, oh, I know these things about you. That's also weird too. Maybe you made an impact on that guy. I don't know. Maybe he thinks about you a lot. Don't know. I think just envious of just Street Fighter skills. Yeah, I think I think it's just like yeah, they don't have anything better to do and just it's just yeah, gaming online communities kind of are like that. Sometimes, you know? There's always like kind of like weird. Like not even necessarily drama. Like it's like so like a lot of times it's like kind of not important, but it's like kind of drama. You know, there's always kind of that stuff happening. Mimi Jo, I know your name is not. Oh no, I've I've been revealed. They say I simp for my homegirl, but she's literally one of my friends. Okay, that's a rude thing to say, in my opinion. Like, especially because like, they don't know you guys, they don't know your like relationship, right? Like that is a weird thing to say. I think that's crossing a line. Like saying you seem nervous, that's probably okay. But like saying that it's a bit rude. Are these but these are people you don't know, right? It's weird. If anything, I put her down more than anything, so how? Honestly, like I don't think like those people obviously don't know anything about you. I wouldn't let it get to you, you know? They're obviously thinking about you way more than you think about them. So, and they're just projecting their own weird expectations and their own feelings onto you, right? Because they don't know anything. Like they don't know you don't have friends of the opposite gender. Yeah, exactly. They probably feel that way themselves, so they're just projecting onto you because they don't know you, right? The viewer I didn't know, but the people talking about me in Discord I do know. Well, I guess you can let that guide your you know, whatever friendship with them you have or like connection with them you have, you know? And Harry, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How are you? Shouldn't let it get to me, but it's a strange interaction. Yeah, especially someone who's like not really you're not like for me it's like, okay, yeah, I'm a streamer, I'm putting myself out there and I'm purposely making myself like public. So like if people are talking about me, like that's kind of me, right? But like yeah, it is definitely a strange interaction. Those people are, I think those people saying that you simp for your homegirl are like completely crossing a line. Yeah, that is definitely really strange. But at least you could find it, and it's weird also they do it so publicly. Like if you're gonna like obviously like people talk about others behind their back, but like usually you do it in like a private conversation, not like a public Discord. Like, come on. Hope y'all are doing well. I am. Hope you are too, Harry. Okay, that's a weird thing to say as well, Ratsy. I know it's a joke, but it's just weird. It would be weird if someone said a bunch of crap about you in some other Discord, like make you feel uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, firstly, you shouldn't talk about people's behind people's backs, but as well, like, yeah, they're just crossing a line. They're just crossing a line. Absolutely, it's very rude. And I think they're just, you know, it's like their problem, right? It's like it has nothing to do with you. You just happen to be the person that they were talking about. But like them talking about you and what they said is obviously more their problem than yours. Makes me want to call them out IRL, but I'm gonna just keep to myself next time I see them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's like not worth it, you know? Like I mean, obviously you do what you think is best, but like for me personally, I feel like that would not be worth it. Especially if it was years ago and it's like I would just probably not interact with them as much anymore. But yeah, it's a and maybe tell your friend if they're like also involved with them. Um, you could lower to the level. Exactly, exactly. Like, and it's like kind of stirring up drama, and it's like people would. It's like it's not worth the hassle. I think. Yeah. At least you know the true color. Exactly, exactly. At least you know. At least you know. Latest comment was like 2023. So I don't. Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's like stirring that up from years ago. It's kind of. It's just not worth the hassle, and unless they're like really close friends and you want to like have a discussion with them, you don't really know them that well, so it's like I would just no, I would just ignore it. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize at all. And Harry, thank you so much for the 27 months. I appreciate it. Hope things have been good. We're having a good Sunday. I can't believe it's already May. Speaking of like 2023, like I can't believe it's already May. Like we're already like halfway through the year almost. That's crazy. Thanks for the advice. No problem. No problem. That is definitely a weird situation. I feel like that's very like specific to like online communities. You know, like I feel like online communities are like a. Luckily, we haven't. Luckily here, like we have not really had like drama, right? Like I have not really. I just kind of stay out. Like I'm not trying to get involved with anyone's drama or anything like that. Obviously, we have sometimes people causing issues in the server and like we have to like ban them, but it's not necessarily like drama between people, you know. So it's good. No drama here. You were working today, your feet hurt. Oh, enjoy your money though. But yeah, get some rest. Rest your feet. Time goes by so fast, I know. Because growing up time felt so slow, but when you're older, it's like, where did the year go? It really does feel like that, doesn't it? I know since I'm more of a homebody now, time flies faster, it feels like. I don't know. I feel like when you're out and about too, time seems to go fast. Well, we do have drama now. Me and you are beefing. Oh no, what are we beefing over, Harry? What is it? Is it um oh there's a lot of things, you know? This year's gone by way too quick. However, it's May, and your birthday's in May. Oh, that's exciting. It's Alex's birthday today, actually, Harry. What did you mean to do to Harry? Didn't want to tell you to rest. Oh no. Oh no. It's we're in the drama. My first streamer drama. It's time. Speaking of streamer drama, I was watching a video about there was like that there's that chess tournament, the PogChamps chess tournament. I was watching a video about one of the streamers, he like cheated against Wolfie, my guy, Wolfie VGC, the Pokemon World Champion. Yeah, I was like, why? I was wondering like why? Like you're just a streamer competing in like a for fun chess tournament. I mean, there was a prize pool, but like why cheat? You know? I never understand. And then she took too long of a break. Okay, everyone's beefing with me about that. Harry's justified. Oh no, I have beef with everyone now. Oh no. But don't worry, guys. I'm gonna do a long apology video. Guys, I'm terribly sorry. I made a continuous lapse in judgment. I will make it up to you. What do people say in their apologies? I don't know. To be fair, Miju was still very active in Discord, so I didn't feel much different. There you go. Chikano's on my side. Thanks for joining my side of the beef. At least Lupa's apology about it was mature compared to others. Yeah, but it's also like, bro, why? He also like lied about it at the start, and it's like, why cheat? He lied to Wolfie's face. How dare he? Is Alex here? I don't think so. All we missed was Miju yapping and playing Genshin for 3 hours. So you're saying you're joining my side of the beef as well? You got your back. Also, you touched grass. So kudos. Thank you. Thank you. You're proud of me for touching grass. But yeah, I'm like I said, I don't have any plans. I don't have any plans to take any time off until I go to Japan in the fall. We're beefing. A friend of my enemy is my enemy. Oh no, not another beef. It's too late. It's too late. Our community will be torn apart by drama. I'm on the fence. You had nothing to do on the weekends except think about K-pop. Got a little tan too. Gotta stay in the pale if you want to be a true fan. I know, I think I did get a bit tanned. Look at me. I think I tan quite easily though. But that's not my fault. When I was a kid, I was so dark. You guys have no idea. I was like 5 shades darker than this, you know? I did also miss Miju telling me I'm too into game. You miss that? Sometimes when I'm gone, you miss the things you didn't like either, you know? You look back fondly on the things that the things I roasted you for. That's possible too. But yeah, it's I was going outside a lot, getting some sunlight, you know, as you do. There's a nice break, but after the first week, I was like, I could use the K-pop. Oh, I see. You spiraled in too deep after I left. I see. No one was holding you. No one was keeping you in check. Although Zirconium was giving you some reality checks in the Discord, to be fair. You know? And you were messaging a lot about K-pop, and everyone was like, Ratsy, you're in too deep. I feel like if you go to Korea, you're gonna be like the weebs in Japan. You know, you're the weeb in Japan. They're like, oh, this is nothing like anime. That's gonna be you in Korea. Like, where are the K-pop idols? What? This is nothing like K-pop. But I guess there will be lots of K-pop stuff everywhere. But yeah, so at least you can enjoy it. Maybe you got a reality check. They even got like Korean anime and manga. They do. But that's like normal. Every country has their cartoons now. Kids have to watch something, you know? What are kids gonna be watching? Like, Friends? Sorry, I couldn't think of any live action show. Maybe that fool that sees some members of a group I listen to on the street and awkwardly ask for a picture. I think your expectations are too high, Ratzi, already. You are not gonna run into a K-pop idol on the street. I think that's like going to LA and hoping to run into Keira Knightley. Like, that's not how it works. Cartoons, yeah, but why copy anime style? I don't know. I mean, they're close countries. Maybe they just kind of have similar vibes, you know? A lot of, you know, overlap in culture. Speaking of anime style, I heard the faces are heavily inspired by cats. So they're all cat girls and cat boys, is what you're saying. If I go for long enough, I might, but it'd be like a 0.0001% chance. Exactly. But at least you find a lot of merch, you know? Like, you see a lot of merch around. That's like me going to Korea and hoping to see Running Man filming. Just like, I'm gonna go to round places and see if Running Man is here, you know? But obviously that's not how that works. Would be cool though. You can go to their concerts, so that'd be fun. But yeah, it's I'm sure you'll have a great time in Korea if you do go. If I go to Korea, I'm gonna have my K-drama shots with the big coats. Do it. I have a big coat, Ricky. You can borrow it. The long one, right? The ankle length one. You'll need it if you go in the winter. You will need it. The concerts might be cheaper than here. That's true, but they'll be speaking Korean on concert. That's the thing I think about too. Like in between sets, they talk to the audience. They'll be speaking only in Korean. And you won't understand them. They're pretty cool. I mean, I guess you have no use for them in Brazil or Florida. You will not need those. But my friend went to Korea and he said he bought one there and it was pretty cheap. He said you could buy one for like $100, like a really long one, which is pretty good. So I guess you could just buy it there and then never wear it again, unless you move countries again. Yeah, it gets quite cold there in the winter. I was very shocked. I was there in February in Seoul and it was like -13. It was so cold. I was like, how do I survive like this? Like, how can I even be outside for more than like 10 minutes? Like, I'm gonna die. So yeah, I don't recommend going in February. But it's okay. Next time I go, I'll go in like the spring or the fall or something like that. My Pilates instructor was like, I shopped so much while I was there. She was like, I bought so many clothes. I was like, oh my god. She said she spent like $3,000. She was only there for like 2 weeks. She said she spent $3,000 on clothes. I was like, oh my god, that's a fun trip. No wonder she had fun. You know, I don't think I mean I spend a good amount when I go to Japan because it's only once a year, but I I probably wouldn't spend more than 1,000. Definitely a 1 day wear purchase. Definitely not worth. Maybe you can get like a rental, like you can just return it. That's crazy, but probably you with the K-pop merch. True, Ratsi. I'm worried for your wallet if you ever go to Korea. You'd probably come back with way too much K-pop merch. You would need to like, I think you need to like post in the Discord every time you're gonna buy something, and we'll tell you stop, don't buy it. You know, just buy like a few things. You know, but will you listen? Don't know. Probably not. Don't you need me like I need you now? Yeah, it's there is a lot of K-pop merch in Korea, obviously. Discord's my financial advisor probably won't listen. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, eventually you'll just run out of money, no? And then you'll be like, oh, time to stop spending. I ran out of money, you know? Would I recommend that be the stopping point? No, but I guess that's, you know, that's where you could stop if you wanted. Yeah, there's a lot of vacations I want to do, man, but we'll see. I have a lot of, I want to go to Korea. Like my Pilates instructor was talking about it. I was like, oh man, I want to go to Korea. She was like, oh, the Pilates socks are so cheap there. I'll stock up on Pilates socks while I'm in Korea. And she'll be broke and then come in Discord and be like, why didn't you tell me to stop? And then we'll be like, yeah, we all told you to stop. You know? Yeah, I need to prioritize visiting Japan, obviously, to see my family. So I will plan that first, and then maybe next year I'll have some fun trips lined up. But I'll try not to take too much time off. Don't worry. I think there'll be less time off going forward. I cannot promise, but I think 2024 was kind of peak of how many vacations can I survive in 1 year. I think that was the peak. Trip to the UK. I mean, I probably will go to the UK at some point. I was there last year, Hurry. It's they'll have to see. I don't know what part. I mean, no doxing, but maybe it'll be in your area, just like Blackpink. Yeah, it's in the UK next. I kind of want to go to Scotland because I've been to Wales, been to Ireland, been to England itself, and Scotland. Out of all those places, I feel like Scotland would be cool. Will I understand the people? Don't know. I could barely survive on the Irish accents, you know? Like when a lot of people don't have very strong Irish accents, but the people who do have strong accents, I'm like, don't know what you're saying. Like, I have no idea what you're saying. Or they did Wales. Well, I can understand Gwen and Key. Unless Key uses too much slang, then I can't understand it. But that's not the accent, it's the slang. And they can kind of just translate everything for me. But next year, I may even be in uni in Scotland. Okay, well, if you are, let me know. Because I want to hit up Scotland. Maybe in the winter. I don't know. I guess you won't be there yet. That's exciting, though. I'm sure there's some. I think one of my friends' girlfriend is studying in Scotland as well, which is cool. Here you can translate for me too. What's Welsh? It's not like Welsh slang. It's more just like general UK slang. He just says words, and I'm like, what are you saying? You know? And I think Gwen is a lot more conscious of speaking in a way that I will understand. Yeah, it's that's my vacation list for now, but we'll see. This year is gonna be pretty chill. I will like, you know, just go to Japan this year, maybe somewhere in the winter, but we'll see. Rush too hot to handle. You can pick up the UK slang. That's okay. I'd rather not. I'd rather not watch Too Hot to Handle. I was watching. I watched some British shows. Watching Ted Lasso's not a British show, but there's British people in it. And if I can understand, I love Jamie's accent, and I think it's like a really strong Manchester accent. It's so fun. Next year in winter, I'll be in uni. It just depends if I get in. It's like top 15 university in the UK. You can do it, Harry. I believe in you. You got this. You got this. Just work hard, and you'll get in. It's an American show. They're just weird. They always have like 4 British people. Fair enough. But just for the diversity, you know, they just want some British people in there. Okay. I think my throat is getting tired from talking. I need to ease back into it. I need to ease back into my yapping streams. I think I might leave it here for today. I need to catch up on chores and catch up on Last of Us and all that stuff. I don't know if it airs today. Does it air today? Eat some shit. No, I told you I'm giving my stomach a break right now. Another break. I'm just ending stream, bro. Enjoy cleaning. I will. Sunday's Last of Us Day. Let's go. I will watch that today. Now I want to watch this that stream as well because he's starting a new game plus on Elden Ring, like the Elden Ring addicted man he is. It's episode 4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will do that today. But yeah, I'll see you all in Discord today. And yeah, speaking of Discord, join it. We'll see you next year. Come on, Harry, stop spreading misinformation here. I will be back on Wednesday. This Wednesday with some Genshin. I'm gonna pull for iced coffee, Escoffier. It's been a while since I pulled on Genshin, so I'm kind of excited. Having some gambling withdrawals, you know, so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye.